What does it take to stand completely alone against an entire empire? Imagine living in a world where everyone, your neighbors, your ruler, and even your own father, worshipped carved stones and celestial bodies. To challenge the system meant certain death. Yet, a young man stepped forward with nothing but logic, courage, and unshakable faith to confront the greatest kingdom of his time. He would go on to become the patriarch of 3 global religions, honored by billions across the world today. This is the story of the prophet Abraham, known as Ibrahim, and the incredible moment he faced the flames for standing up for the truth. Born in the ancient Mesopotamian city of Ur, Abraham grew up surrounded by idol worship. His own father, Terah, was a royal craftsman who carved the very statues the people worshipped as gods. Even as a young man, Abraham's intellect refused to accept this. He looked at the stars, the moon, and the sun, realizing that anything that rises and sets cannot be the ultimate creator of the universe. He asked his father and his people a simple, piercing question. Do these statues hear you when you call them? Can they benefit you or harm you? They replied. No, but we found our fathers doing so. Knowing that blind tradition had clouded their minds, Abraham decided to show them the truth through an undeniable lesson. During a major festival, when the city was empty, Abraham walked into the central temple. Armed with an axe, he smashed every idol to pieces, except the largest one. He then hung the axe around the neck of the giant stone statue and walked away. When the people returned and saw their shattered gods, they were consumed with rage. They dragged Abraham before the assembly and demanded, "Did you do this to our gods, O Abraham?" Abraham answered with brilliant calm, "Rather, this largest one did it. Ask them if they can speak." The crowd fell silent. For a brief moment, they realized the absurdity of their belief. If these statues couldn't even speak or defend themselves, how could they be divine? Ashamed and humiliated, the tyrant king Nimrod and his council refused to back down. To protect their power, they ordered a punishment that would terrify the nation. They built a massive furnace and lit a fire so vast that birds could not fly over it. Abraham was bound and placed into a catapult. As he was launched into the roaring inferno, he uttered a simple prayer. God is sufficient for us, and he is the best disposer of affairs. In that instant, the law of physics was overridden by the divine. God commanded the flames, "O fire, be coolness and peace upon Abraham." When the ash cleared, the crowd watched in absolute shock. Abraham walked out of the blazing furnace entirely unharmed. Not a single thread of his clothing was singed. The fire had lost its power to burn, transformed instead into a sanctuary of peace. Abraham survived the furnace, proving that when you stand firm for the truth, no earthly power can destroy you. Though King Nimrod drove him into exile, Abraham's journey was only beginning. He would go on to build a legacy of faith that spans generations. In our next episode, we witness Abraham's ultimate trial of trust and the building of the sacred Kaaba. If this story inspired you today, please like, follow, and share this video. Let's keep growing in faith and understanding, together. Until next time.